So they'll be calling you a radical. So, gilded in gold, cast in concrete. I just got home. So, scorched earth, you're on your way. Diablo. No snow on the ground here in Utah, so I am fucking worn out. I can't believe the miles I put in those 3 weeks in California. You know, the type of work. At least I know my pacemaker works. Holy shit. Oh my God, I can't believe the miles I fucking put in. My legs are so sore. Just fucking, my whole body fucking, but I can't believe I did it. You know, I had open heart surgery this year, again, for the second time fighting cancer, you know, but this is important. Gilded in gold, casting in concrete. Just get home. I saw it when I was getting ready to go. California's extended the life of Diablo. Something fucking California does not. Lessons from Fukushima unlearned. Let's see. A nuke reactor on the Ring of Fire. Kevin Blanche and friends did so much incredible historic work getting that reactor in SoCal, San Diego County, shut down. San Onofre shut down. Not only is it shut down, the spent waste is in dry cast containers on the pad, getting ready to be moved to the repository. Yes, we do have a repository. That's called WIP. We got the priority bill through. It's first. I'm telling you, it's going to be out of there. I bit my fingernails the whole time we were moving it out of, the process of moving it out of the spent fuel pools into the dry cast containers. It's millions of times safer in the dry cast containers than it ever was in spent fuel pools. By the way, that's what it is at Diablo. Because I knew if we had an accident, we had the big earthquake, why it was being moved, transported, we'd fucking had a major nuclear disaster and they would have blamed us. They got it shut down. You know. But now we got that same fucking nightmare at Diablo Canyon. Diablo Canyon was supposed to be shut down. So, that California doesn't use. California is drying. That's why. The nuclear industry is a bunch of fucking hitmen. I mean, why would you keep that open? I mean, Gavin thinks he's on the fucking winning team. I mean, what the fuck? A nuclear reactor on the Ring of Fire. We learned nothing they just covered Fukushima up. Oh, everybody coming up to me in SoCal now. What about, they just started dumping the water. Fuck, they've been dumping the water the whole time. Hello. You think it's just coincidence the tide pools fucking wipe out 20 minutes? It's not coincidence. You're in denial. So, why the whole ocean is being genocided by Fukushima for fucking 12 and a half years, 4,568 days, I believe. Gavin keeps it open. And California's paying $4.1 million a day in state tax revenue. That's not counting the several million a day in federal tax revenues to keep it open. A day. Something California does. No one uses. They're spending more. They're sucking up more energy coming in to keep the spent fuel pools cool. You know, there's spent fuel pools there in open swimming pools. You know, it takes, 4.5 year cycle for it to cool down to move into the pad at Diablo. You know why it's called Diablo Canyon? Do you know why it's called Diablo Canyon? When the Spaniards, the invaders, got there, the Chumash, where apple farmers grow, the natives, the Spanish, what a nightmare bunch of freaks they were. We're telling them what they were going to do to them. Why they're telling them what they were going to do and their evilness. Right as they got there and were negotiating. Just telling him how they're going to kill them all. Yep. An earthquake happened. Tsunami in California? Oh, you don't think you get tsunamis in California? We're so fucking overdue. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. So, that's why it's called Diablo. The Spaniards named it Diablo. The Chumash used to call it the Mother's Heart. What a beautiful place. We'll see. Send it off. You know, so I did lecture after lecture for years and years, and everybody's saying, because I've been going off on this for decades, where's this nuclear disaster you say you're going to have it on? Fukushima Daiichi or Fukushima Diani or Sinonofre or Diablo Canyon, because they're built on the ring of fire. There is no doubt in my mind that the next major, you know, we have, as I used to call it, the nuclear triangle, the nuclear Chernobyl, Ukraine, the old Soviet Union, Fukushima, Japan, the mother of all nuclear disasters. There is no doubt in my mind the next nuclear disaster will be at Diablo Canyon, California. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Why? Because it's a Mach 1, Mach 2. These design of these reactors, which I did so much work on for so many decades, I know how big of a shake they can have. That's the cores. That's how I knew Fukushima was a full-blown out meltdowns right off the get. I had worked on those reactors, those models for decades. I used to, at the #1 school business in the country, I used to do the due diligence on them. I knew that the cores couldn't handle a shake of anything over 8 on the Richter scale. I knew the spent fuel pools probably couldn't handle any over about 7.6 on the Richter. This was a 9, I knew it was gone. It's the same thing at Diablo. Same thing. The exact same dynamic at San Onofre and Diablo. San Onofre is shut down. All that waste is out of spent fuel pools. It's in canisters on the pad. Is that the best? No, but it's fucking millions. It's such a giant accomplishment. Those pads can handle a fucking huge earthquake. Giant earthquake and tsunami. 9? No, I don't know about a 9, but I think they can handle well into the 8s. Upper 8s. Diablo can't handle a 7.6, 7.7. Oh, it's been a long time. Yes, it has been a long time. That's my point. We're way overdue. TikTok, Diablo. So I want this to be gilded in gold, casted in concrete. You know, my whole time I was sitting there, I'd look up at the Capri, because I stay right next to the sea, by the Capri by the sea. Been there my whole life. Every time I look up at that from the beach, you know, I sleep right there. I've been there my whole life. Every time I look up at it, I just think, how is this thing going to fucking handle a fucking big shake? We're going to get a big shake in California. I remember I was standing right there on the beach talking to a guy from La Jolla. We're talking about Robin Crosby, you know, an old musician. He saw me, I saw him. Hey, come on. You know, we know each other from way. He says, yeah, everybody thinks I'm crazy, Blanche. I says, why? He says, because I'm buying fucking earthquake insurance on my house. I said, you're not crazy. We're so overdue. That's what I tell everybody. He says, we're so fucking overdue. Yeah. Remember the earthquake in the last one was 61, 62, at 9 point? You know, it killed people at Dana Point. The tsunami. So it'll be the shake. So the shake on the cores at Diablo, they might be able to handle about a 7.6, 7.5, I think. Maybe. Excuse me. The cores could probably handle more like a 7.8. 7.8. Anything over that, I think they're in trouble. But the spent fuel pools, I don't think they can handle a 7.3 or 7.4. Maybe less than that. But what happens when we get to 9 fucking like that? Oh, that's a once in a fucking, 1,000 years quake. Oh, really? Then how come we had the one in 2005 on the Ring of Fire in Indonesia? There was a 9. And then that was in 2005. What was that, New Year's Day? And then 6 years later, we get, that quake was fucking, I knew right then. And then blown up and then just covered up. Jet stream moves left to right. Just genocide the Pacific Ocean. My work has proved it. Rest PhD in human history. So, should have been shut down. Some we don't even use. Why? It blows because it's free fucking money for these fucking oligarchs that fucking run the world. They own the media, they own academia, they own everything. Why'd you keep that open? Fuck. So there's absolutely, and I want it to be gilded in gold, cast in concrete. Everybody at the California State House in Sacramento, all your politicians that voted to keep that open. You know, at the state level in California. At the federal level, every senator would fucking vote for it. And both Democrats and Republicans both, it was pretty evenly There's plenty of politicians that voted against it, but majority won. And when it happens and the earthquake happens, I'm going to make sure I'm going to stand and I'm going to read every one of their fucking names. I'm going to read it. This criminal is why this happened. Don't want to live like a Chernobyl refugee and the torpedoes. Don't want to live like a Fukushima, Japan refugee. You're in denial, man. Don't want to live like a Los Angeles. Oh, shelter in place. They're not going to be able to. There'll be too many freelancers out there with fucking Geiger counters. This isn't Fukushima, Japan. This is LA, baby. Right up the road. Oh, it's rural there, son. No, it's not. When was the last time you was there? Central California's grown up, baby. I mean, so San Luis Obispo, Pismo, the whole region's so fucking beautiful. It's an incredible place. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. Yes, I saw something that was supposed to be shut down, something California doesn't really produce any energy. It sucks energy to keep the spent fuel pools closed, heated and cooled. Why the fuck would you vote to keep that open? It's part of the energy grid to keep it clean. No, it's not. It's not clean. You ever heard of fucking the centrifuge process? I mean, TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. So when it goes, there is absolutely, and I predicted the Fukushima one. Play back the tape. I absolutely predicted it. So did Lauren Monet. She used to fucking say the same lecture I did. She used to say it's going to happen in Fukushima Daiichi. Over and over and over. So did I. What's going to happen? The next major nuclear disaster on Earth going to be in China? Nope. California. Diablo Canyon. TikTok. Diablo Canyon, gilded in gold, casted in concrete. These scumbags. Why would you do such a thing? Stay in tuning. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you very much also to a man named